Calvin, it is great seeing you again. We're going to be talking about your latest #1 coming up. We're going to get to know you a little better again and ask you a question once again that you have possibly never been asked before. The icon, Calvin Harris, welcome back to America's Dance 30.
Hey, thanks for having me.
It is great seeing you. Now, by the way, I don't want to say that our chats are good luck for you, but we did chat on July 9th of last year, and then I posted the video on July 20th, and that's when your baby boy was born. Congratulations, L'chaim.
Wow. Can't believe it was you the whole time. That's crazy.
Who knew?
Oh, wow. A powerful man.
Congratulations. And congratulations on another #1 with... Woo! I think I just had a stroke. With Release the Pressure with Kasabian.
Thank you so much.
That's
a surprise, I've got to say.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
It literally just went #1, so congratulations.
Oh, wow. No, they just said, oh, do you want to chat to Brian again? I was like, of course. Love chatting to Brian.
Aw, thank you. Forget the #1 then. That's not as exciting. Now, I can't wait to talk about how this song was born coming up. But first, let's get to know Calvin again a little better, this time with Finky's favorites.
Yeah.
So next month, you're going to be kicking up your residency at Ushuaia in Ibiza. And then in May, you're going to be back in Vegas. You just posted some amazing videos of your first time in South Africa where the crowds were just insane. Do you have a favorite place that you've played that you were really surprised at the size of the crowd?
That's kind of an easy one. This year, I went to Brazil. I played on the back of this bus in a street, and it was free. So like 2 million people showed up. And the thing about Brazil, definitely South America, like they just know how to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody, it felt like was just having an amazing time. And they'll do it again next weekend. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it was just because I was in town. They just go for it, man. It's like it's a beautiful thing. So at the moment, Brazil's top of the tree for me because it's the most recent. But another one that stands out is, I mean, it was maybe 12 years ago in Peru, and every single song, they were just bouncing. They were just jumping up and down, like no exaggeration. I've never seen anything like it. They were just jumping for like 2 hours. So you don't get that really anywhere else.
Yeah, and I've hosted main stage before, and stepping out on stage, seeing tens upon thousands of people is pretty overwhelming. What does it feel like to step out on stage and see millions of people?
Well, fortunately, I was on a bus and it was moving. So I was moving through the people rather than I'm looking out at 2 million at the same time. But actually, I didn't even realize how many people it was till the end of the gig, because I'm on the side of the bus playing this thing, and it's maybe like, I don't know, like it looks like maybe 100 deep or something on the street. And then at the end they said, oh, you need to come out the back of the bus and see the whole scene. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. And then they took me out the back, and literally I was like, what? You couldn't see the end of the people just turned into just a massive kind of yellow shirts. And you couldn't see where it stopped. And I can't say I've ever had that experience where I've literally not been able to see the end of the crowd.
That is unbelievable. Now, you have had some incredible collabs through your career, especially your latest #1 with Kasabian. But do you have a favorite artist that you haven't collabed with yet that you really want to?
It kind of comes and goes. At the moment, you know, over the years, I've realized the more famous the artist, the harder work it is to get them to do anything on a track. And I'm now in my era of, I want you to want to work with me.
I love that.
I want you to be invested in this song, not just doing it as a favor or because you think it's something that you should do. I want you to actually like the song. So that's the current era I'm in now is people that want to work with me rather than chasing kind of like celebrity features. I would much rather have someone who's like in it and loves it and is excited about it. So that being said, I am working with people that I think are amazing and they also like me. So it's a beautiful thing.
Well, I'm sure the list is long. I'm sure you don't have to like look through a list. I mean, who wouldn't want to work with Calvin Harris?
Many, 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 many people.
Next time you need a feature, let me know.
You sing? You rap?
With auto-tune, you know. Now, do you have a favorite song of yours that you almost didn't release, but you're happy that you did?
Nah, anything that I've got favorite tracks of mine that I haven't released that won't ever be released. But no, anything that I've liked has come out, and I've never not really been sure about a song and then it come out. I would always want to just release songs that I think are good.
Well, let's go the other avenue because you had an answer for that. What's a favorite song of yours that you haven't released?
Well, that's an easy one because in 2019, I had 3 or 4 songs lined up and they all fell through one after the other.
Oh my
God. I ended up basically, I think I put like 1 song out in 2019. The first time that had happened in such quick succession, everything just sort of imploded. But I had this one with Ariana Grande that she was about to record and then didn't record. And then because I only wanted her on it, I just had to let the song kind of disappear. And then a couple of years later, someone else put a song out that sounded just like it, and I don't know why. And it was a coincidence or whatever, but the song came out, it did really well. And I thought, could have been good.
Could have been good.
That's happened a few times, but that's something about that year, 2019. I just had all these things just fell through at the same time, and yeah, tough.
Yeah, when that happens, like if it's one after another, does that just get frustrating where you just like don't even want to put out music at that point?
Yeah, that's what happened. So, I mean, it was weird timing because, 2019 was kind of a write-off musically, and then it was COVID. So then that kind of, what one thing kind of bled into another for me, like 2019 into 2020. I was like, whoa, what am I even doing? What? I've got no songs. This is like whatever. I just started gardening. And then, so we have these moments, these kind of, and I think the longer you do it, the more likely you're going to get a kind of dry spell or a spell where something isn't quite going that well for you. So that was like, that kind of sticks out as a moment where I was like, right, I need to regroup, make some more songs, do something you enjoy. Because you do get to the point where you get a little bit disillusioned, like music's not coming out, or people aren't really feeling me anymore, and it's all a bit like existential crisis. But then, you bounce back. But it's interesting. But I've got a few songs that, I love them, and they just won't come out.
And it's not going to be a chance of reworking it with somebody else?
Nah, I think at the time, because we're talking 7 years ago, and it was a certain kind of sound at that time which I would just have to lift the vocal off and start again. But the point of me making songs sometimes, especially back then, was to kind of get a sound maybe onto the radio or into the consciousness that wasn't being tapped or was a little bit more, not done to death sort of thing. Gotcha. And from those kind of years, around those kind of years, I was doing that quite well. So it was one of them. So it was a bit of a risky kind of thing. I think that's maybe what put people off sometimes, is that you know, because it doesn't always work as well. But sometimes I tried to do something a little bit more interesting in the hope that it'll pay off, because sometimes it does pay off and you end up number one for like 8 weeks in the UK or something like that. And I've done it a couple of times where I've been like, whoa, this could either be a disaster or do really, really well. And sometimes you just got to take the chance, you know. So it's just another one of them.
Well, I'm glad we've got you back.
Yeah, for now, you know.
For now. And finally, in Finky's favorites, in honor of your number one, Release the Pressure, what is your favorite way to decompress, to get away from the pressure?
Oh man, I mean, I said it earlier. I like getting out into the garden, Brian. I like going and having a walk around outside. It's a classic, isn't it? Just get amongst the trees, breathe some fresh air. Maybe if the sun's out, get some sun on your face, and it's really as simple as that.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about this number one smash. How was Release the Pressure born with Kasabian?
I bumped into them, or Serge, like about a year and a half ago at some awards thing. And, you know, he's a cool guy. He's an intimidating guy, Serge. So I wasn't really sure what he thought of me. Sometimes folk like that, like in bands, think that DJs are like, you know, dickheads or whatever. Or like, not real music or whatever. Anyway, I had a chat to him, lovely fella, and he produces all his stuff as well. So we had a bit of a kind of techie chat or whatever. And then he said, you know, if you ever fancy getting in the studio, I'm like, great. You know, that's not what I was expecting at all. And I like that. I like the you know, I'm on the lookout for interesting voices and just interesting things to do with people that make different kinds of music. So it was really just one of them, and you know, we got in and made a song.
And a good song. Now, you started teasing it back in your sets in October of last year, I want to say, before it was released in February. When you've got good songs, is it hard for you not to just put it out right away? Because when I come up with a good idea or like something that I've done that's good, I want to push it out right away.
Yeah, I've made that mistake a lot actually when I play stuff a little too early, especially over the years. Usually when I've done something, I want to get it released immediately, and it's kind of changed now in that you need to tease it for what feels like months.
Yeah,
and then if it doesn't connect, just don't put it out. I just feel like it's not really the ideal scenario for me personally, but yeah, it's useful to be playing gigs because it means you can test the mix, you know. And, not so much into this sort of crowd reaction thing, because usually if the crowd don't know a song at all,
they won't really react.
They're not really reacting. So yeah, just test out the mix, just have fun with it. I mean, I'm not trying to overthink when I'm playing songs. I don't think there's that many people paying attention to what I'm specifically playing, because you go and see one of my sets, I'm usually just playing a lot of my songs, so they're not really like ID heavy. So yeah, I can sneak things in there and get away with it usually.
Well, something I love to find out about songs is how many different versions there are from when you start working on it, all the tweaking that goes on to when you finally master it and put it out. Do you remember what the final V was of Release the Pressure?
Yeah, well, there were three separate project files, and then the versions were kind of numerous from that. So I think I ended up, from the third project file, it was about version 7.4 or something like that. But then I went back and did another version once it was already out, which I actually prefer now, which is the VIP, which, I mean, that's out as well, but that's actually better, if you ask me, like, especially like for playing out and just mix-wise, it just kind of hits harder, it's nicer.
And which version is closer to the original?
The original, what even was the original? It was, the original was like piano and stuff. No, it was, I don't think you'd recognize it compared to what it is now.
That is insane.
Yeah, I mean, you know, one of my favorite ways to work is to just take a vocal and sort of build a track around it from scratch. It's like sort of cheat code. If you've got a nice vocal, you can always make kind of the music fit better around it or something, or get a different feeling out of it. So it's like doing a remix of your own song, which I do quite enjoy that.
Well, congratulations on Release the Pressure going #1. That's so awesome for you and Kasabian.
Thanks, Brian.
Now, before I let you go, I asked ChatGPT to once again give me a question that Calvin Harris has never been asked before. So let's test this out, all right?
Yeah.
If you were in the crowd at a Calvin Harris set, what would you hope that he would do, and what would you hope that he would not do?
What would I hope that he would do? Play We Found Love.
Okay, that's a good one.
What would I hope that he would not do? Take his shirt off and get on the decks. Do it like that. Do it like that.
No, don't do it.
Not me. No.
It is so great seeing you again and catching up. Congratulations on everything going on for you. Thank you so much for your time with us on America's Dance 30.
Appreciate it, Brian. Anytime.